Welcome back to Painfully Average Gaming.
Hi guys. We've taken quite the hiatus. It's been a while.
Yes, indeed.
So getting back into this, we're probably going to be complete garbage, so cut us some slack, please.
Especially Kyle.
Especially me.
Oh, jeez.
It says Jan as he
God
dies.
damn it.
Karma's a bitch.
Oh, man. A lot of stuff has happened in our lives.
Yes.
Kyle found out he was gay, so... Oh, man.
As my girlfriend just looks at me like, really? Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know about this.
Well, you know, it's the best time to find out for the world to see.
On Painfully Average Gaming.
On Painfully Average Gaming.
Don't worry, nobody watches this, so like, only one person will be like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Fuck, man.
Alright.
Dude, look at you, man. Killing.
So were you one of those people that thought that that Bandicoots were like not real creatures when they first played this?
Nah, man. I was a smart kid. I knew what a Bandicoot was.
I have like coworkers that have said like, oh, I always thought Bandicoot was like a fake animal because nothing looks like that. I'm like, well, I mean,
it's kind of a
Sonic and like Knuckles.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of true though. Sonic and Knuckles don't really look like hedgehogs though.
Well, Knuckles isn't a kid now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
What? Yo, I didn't know that.
Do you know that echidnas have 4-headed penises?
I didn't know that.
So Kyle, how about them hedgehogs?
God damn. Hedgehogs.
How about them 4-headed penis echidnas?
Okay, my question is how did you even find that out?
I think I heard about it on Game Grumps, to be honest.
4-headed what?
It's a 4-headed
They have
penis.
4-headed penises.
Have you ever seen like Scientifically Accurate?
I think.
Where they do like openings to like Teenage Mutant. Damn it. Where they do things like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and shit like that, but it's like scientifically accurate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's all freaking hilarious. And then in that song, they're like, they do one with Sonic, and it's like, they start talking about the echidna. It's like, and the echidna has like a 4-headed dick and stuff like that.
What the fuck? It's part of the song.
It's part of the song. It's
Oh,
really
God.
great.
It's the best kids show ever.
Yeah. Well, the best thing about it is like, they always talk about dicks at some point in the songs.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So like with the Ninja Turtles, it's all like, and their dicks are half of the length of their bodies, but it's like in the Ninja Turtles theme.
What the fuck?
it's freaking awesome.
Is it true that turtles' penises are half the length of their body?
I think so.
Damn.
How do they reach out
Oh my
from the
God.
other shell of the other turtle?
True.
They gotta have a pretty long penis,
They
just
gotta-
like whales.
They gotta get down in
They
that.
gotta get around a lot of.
They gotta get down in that shell.
Have I told you that the sounds to the Jurassic Park sounds, those are actually the sounds of turtles mating?
Yeah, two turtles mating.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Well, that's ruined for
Yeah, I know, right? You're like every time you just watch Jurassic Park now, you just see turtles be like, ugh.
It's great.
Oh god. I was watching Jurassic Park last night, actually.
Ooh.
Love that movie.
That's great. I honestly think only the first one's good. Like, I really don't like any of the other ones.
Really?
Even World?
No, World was okay. I didn't think it was terrible. There were good moments, but there's still a lot of very bad moments in that film.
What are you telling me you didn't like Jurassic Park 3 where they brought in the Spinosaurus?
No.
But it's a Spinosaurus!
I just, God, I'm trying to, like, I remember being in the theater when watching that one.
Yeah.
I remember that at one point they're at a gate, and then when like they turn around, it's like the Nokia phone going off.
Oh. What?
Yeah, and then like that Nokia sound is now forever burned
Oh,
as like
yeah,
a Jurassic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
forever
remember
the
that.
Jurassic Park song now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're not wrong though. I mean, I do remember that, and that was probably one of the funnier things in that movie, though. I'm not gonna lie. I still had to go digging through the poop for it. Massive poop piles.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steven Spielberg films, by the way, I'm so excited for that movie, Ready Player One.
And my friend's read the book, and she keeps telling me to read it.
Really?
It's a book. Yeah,
I gotta read
It's
that.
not a book. But I haven't even seen the trailer.
You haven't?
No,
Oh,
no.
Dude, it's so cool looking. It's pretty much like he and whoever else is working on that. It's like their ode to like the 90s and 2000s pop culture.
Okay.
So like they kind of
It's video game related, right?
pretty much. Well, it's like video game movie related. Like the main character in the game, or like the main character in the movie, he like plays games and stuff like that through this thing called the Oasis, and he drives the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Which I hear is like it's actually a terrible car.
Oh yeah, DeLoreans are terrible cars. I remember my mom told me stories about how she had a friend who had a DeLorean in high school, and she said she always rolled up to school and that thing was the loudest piece of crap she'd like ever heard. And it was like, and it was just super nasty. DeLoreans were gross cars, man. And I don't know why they were a thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that was the joke in the film, like, it's like a piece of crap car. But then,
Yeah.
like, after the
It goes back
movie,
in time.
yeah, like, now everybody's like, oh, yeah, fucking sweet, a DeLorean, man.
See, DeLoreans are only good because of nostalgia now.
Yeah.
They weren't good to begin with.
I think that's just true of a lot of nostalgia.
That's kind of
Like-
true, though.
Like, when we're talking about the movie It, and everybody's like, oh, God damn it.
shit.
Like, oh, yeah, can't wait for the movie It and stuff like that. Like, the old one was, like, awesome, and then I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was actually a pretty terrible film if you go back and rewatch it.
But it's so good.
But you remember it as a kid, and obviously when you're a kid, like, a lot of things scare you. So I think people just look back on it a bit more fondly.
It's kind of true though. It's like, to be honest, like even though the movie was really cool, like I feel like the main reason I actually do want to go see it is because I want to relive that experience. Like, you know, that I was super scared as a kid. Like that's kind of the main reason I want to go see it.
I mean, there's always a way to make it better, so you never know. As long as they get Tim Curry, like, in it somehow, that's all
Like
I
a
care
cameo,
about.
a gratuitous cameo.
Aha! God damn it!
Aha!
If he's not doing that, then the movie's a failure.
It's kind of true though. I mean, that guy better be as Tim Curry as he possibly can.
I don't know, like that one scene with him coming out of the water and going, oh, while like Jason, like it already looks like it's gonna be very cheesy at points. So
I don't know, like maybe, but that's kind of the horror of it, is that he was so like crazy. He was weird without reason.
yeah,
Like, that's why he was
I
creepy.
mean, yeah, I gotta see. Like the original one had things like, oh man, like he would like scare the kids forever before he would actually try to kill them.
Oh yeah. He would like scar them.
Yeah, and then but then for other people, he would just kill them right away. And I'm like, well, why? What's the rule there?
That's kind of true.
That's a big thing when it comes to horror films is there's got to be rules that you follow. It can't just be like whatever happens.
That's pretty true.
And that was like during my god damn it,
Shit.
fucking dying. But that was like my problem with Annabelle as well. Is that like there were no rules. It was just like what was like the point of half the stuff that happened? I didn't understand what I was supposed to be scared of, because I mean, if anything can happen, then like I don't know, I just like all tension goes out the window to me.
That's kind of true though. I mean, because like then it's like not you can't really expect anything at all.
Yeah, god damn it, the same fucking spot, dude.
It's kind of like that depth perception problem though too with this game. I mean, it does do that.
Yeah, the other ones do a much better job.
Yeah.
It's just I think it's they did a really good job with the
Either way,
remake,
that's
yeah.
part of the challenge of it though too. It's just
Watch it.
I refuse to watch horror movies based on true stories.
This one is no longer based off. I think they've taken liberties, apart from the doll existing at some point.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I would have loved for the movie to actually be more realistic, but like nobody, like the freaking like demons are picking people up and like throwing them all. And I knew I was gonna mess that
See,
up.
but I feel like he won't really necessarily follow it as well because he refuses to watch The Conjuring, which...
yeah, because that's based on true story too.
Yeah. The first Conjuring is actually pretty good. That's like the only one among that series that I really like.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah, the second one was okay.
Yeah, but I saw the first, so I have to see the
I just won't watch them because like I am of the belief that even like watching stuff like that is like a game. It's that I'm just
So you will never play with like Ouija?
no
or-
fuck
No,
Ouija boards.
no,
There's
no.
no way. Like
I would never do
that's not
that.
crossing the doorway into my home.
I played.
It's not happening.
I played Ouija's when I was younger.
What
Nah,
if your
man.
kid brought
You're
it
fucking
home one
crazy.
day?
I honestly, I don't believe. The thing is, I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that.
Okay,
So.
see, I do though.
Yeah, but I believe in like demons.
Well, I mean, like, I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Really? Oh, okay.
I believe in like. My take on ghosts is. Did you want to take over for a bit?
Sure.
All right, Kyle's got the controller.
Yay, let's die.
Let's see how he does. My take on ghosts is, emotions or like electric currents running through your body, and I think like electricity. Oh, actually, on a side note, I wonder what that thing is up there. You see how like it branches paths up to the top? Well, I'll show
like
you.
right at the
Yeah,
wall right
and
there?
I can never figure out what the hell how to get up there.
Oh shit.
Anyway,
Is this another dark level?
I don't think so. I think that was the only dark level. There's always a dark level in these Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah,
Like,
there is. And it's shitty.
anyway, I was saying, emotions are like these electric,
Shit.
electric impulses, I guess, to the body. And I think electricity can affect the world around you in a variety of ways. And when somebody dies and when they feel so strongly about something, I think certain people have enough of an electrical current that it can leave an imprint in the world.
Shit.
And ghosts are just kind of like that imprint onto the world.
Okay, I
So
can understand.
that to me would be a ghost. It's not an actual being that has like a mind or thought or anything like that. It would be like an electrical current that got left behind, and for whatever reason is continuously recycled.
Just a strong enough emotion to
Mhm.
exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to me, the reason, like, even if ghosts did exist, like, to me, the reason, like, they wouldn't be scary is, when is the last time you've heard of a person being killed by a ghost? I don't think there's
like,
ever been, like,
I
a
get that.
ghost,
Fuck me.
like, ghost death before. I'd be more scared of, like, a hobo breaking in or, like, some shit like that. I don't know.
That Rick and Morty episode,
Oh, my God.
what was it? It was like, don't resist them. They say that's a bad thing to do. And he's like in the car while his wife's like finding a hobo with a broken glass bottle.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So that to me, it could be it. But I mean, I know like ghosts and all that stuff. That's very widely believed, and I don't know. Like I can't explain every single occurrence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Although there is this really cool there's this really cool thing where, have you ever like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but like you hear this on like paranormal like studies and things like that, where you'll enter like a house or a building, and all of a sudden it's like you feel dread going in there.
Yeah, like it's a palpable feeling.
Yeah. Well, there was a scientific study on the way houses are built. Sometimes there could be like these metal pipes that are lined up in a specific way on either side of the house,
Yeah.
and the sound reverberates off of them. And when it comes back and hits you, it actually causes a sense of dread to go through you.
Really?
And it's actually so powerful sometimes that it can actually make your eye, and it can affect your vision. And things that would normally be small, like let's say like dust in the corner of your eye,
Yeah.
could all of a sudden appear to be a shadowy figure because the sound is completely distorting the vision of it.
No.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
It's really cool. I think like if somebody
really
can,
no checkpoints in this one.
there should be. I think you were close to one actually.
God.
I think if we can like master that, like imagine making a haunted house where you can actually make people feel dread while walking in.
Yeah, true. You can like control their emotions.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, there's stuff like that. But again, I can't explain every single like occurrence.
Yeah.
I don't know every single occurrence.
Yeah.
But
Science can't explain everything.
yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be things that I think are just unexplainable, just because we don't have all the information. So that's just how it's gonna be, and I think it's better that way to have mysteries in the world. It's more fun.
Yeah. It does make life more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna make it. Shit!
He says that he's getting
I look
killed
down.
by bats.
I look down.
Get wrecked, bats!
Get wrecked by what? Like cooking back there.
Oh my
come
God!
on, dude.
It's the diseases.
It's the diseases. They gave me rabies.
Now you got Crash Bandicoot rabies.
Now you got Bandibeats. Ah, what the
Oh
fuck?
my God!
Yo, take
Venom.
I don't want to waste all my
Have you ever seen a shit called Dave the Barbarian?
Dave the Barbarian?
Yeah, it was like an old Disney show. I think this was on when I was like in high school. But I just remember one episode. It's like supposed to be a medieval show, but they have a lot of like modern tropes. Like one of them is doing like a crossword puzzle, and he calls him like on his wizard phone or something like that.
Was it Dave? I don't think it was Dave.
Yeah, it was Dave the Barbarian. But there's a joke where he's doing the crossword puzzle, and he's calling this other guy, and it's just like, hey, yeah, what's a 4-letter word for like an animal that lives underwater? And it's like, oh, is it a fish? And he's like, yes, fish, aha! I don't know why I put Bandicoot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just like, it made no sense. It was like very over the top and silly, but
That
I think
makes
that's why I like the show.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was very popular, so it didn't last very long.
I actually like.
It was great. I used to watch it when I was a kid.
Yeah, she just showed me a picture, and I actually do remember that now that I look at it.
I only had like, goddamn, it only had like one season or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty short.
I don't think so.
Kind of like Invader Zim.
Invader Zim was awesome. Did you hear that they're bringing it back with 2 movies?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Oh, and I saw the DuckTales thing.
They're remaking it, right?
Yeah, they actually just put up the first episode, so you can see it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, they did a really good job
That's
with
pretty
it.
dope. I'm gonna
Like,
have to check that
yeah,
out.
like Huey, Dewey, and Louie are no longer like color-coded same characters.
Yeah.
They actually each have their own personality. The girl who was always with them, what was her name? I forgot. But she's no longer just the girl. Like that was her role in like the old show. Like now she has like a really cool personality. So yeah, kudos. They did a really good job with it.
Nice. Good.
And there's actually some jokes I thought were funny, and some jokes that I know would. Oh my god.
Oh, that was close.
Oh my god, I'm fucked.
You're dead.
Oh god. And some jokes that I know will only be appealing to children.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that's why I like certain shows though in the past that had that sense of humor that like kids wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Because then when you get older and you watch those shows, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
You kind of realize what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lot of SpongeBob episodes.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think maybe that's why SpongeBob is still so popular, just because a lot of those jokes translate well to adults as well.
That's true. Not to mention, like, I feel like when SpongeBob started, like, most of the people who did watch that, it originally aimed very now jokes. So. Oh,
for fuck's
shit,
sake,
dude! Right
dude.
in front of the checkpoint.
God damn it!
No.
Alrighty. There's another show that they just brought out, Powerpuff Girls, but I hear that one was terrible.
Yeah, I heard it sucks.
Like, I think what they, and don't quote me on this because I haven't seen it, but I think they try to, like, do a, instead of it being, like, about crime fighting, it's about, like, everyday's, like, scenarios of girls.
So, like, a Days of Our Lives type thing.
Kind of. It's like, you remember when they took Birdman and they made him a, Space Ghost, and they made him a talk show host? God damn it. Take over for a second.
Yeah. I actually don't remember that. No.
Or Space Ghost Goes to Coast.
I have no idea.
Where he, like, interviewed was, like, on Adult Swim. Anyway, they kind of did something completely different from the original. And sometimes it can work, like with Space Ghost. But I think this was just so, like, it didn't have the same spirit of the original that a lot of people ended up disliking it, yeah.
Okay. It kind of makes sense, though. I feel like if you mess something up a certain amount, like, no one's really going to go for it, especially if it's something that's based on an older subject.
I think that's another, like, even going back to movies.
Oh,
yeah, damn, it's fucking level.
Man.
The Ghostbusters film, where the female one, where I think more people would have been accepting of the film if it wasn't a reboot, if it was just a straight up sequel, and
it had been something like a continuation, something new.
Where it was just like like they already got the old Ghostbusters in the film, like would have been like kind of passing on the torch, or maybe people forgot about ghosts, right? And like they became
Who was in that movie?
That's like
from
Chris-
the original.
The 3, except for the guy that died, which I'm terrible with names, so I'm sorry,
Wait, so
Ghostbusters fans.
Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray.
No, Dan Aykroyd's the one that passed.
Dan Aykroyd died?
Yeah.
When did he
A
pass?
few years ago.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people consider the video game that came out. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
God.
A lot of people consider the video game that came out to be Ghostbusters 3, just because it was so well done.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
But if it was like a passing down of the torch, if you will,
Yeah.
I think more people would have been accepting because it didn't try to like rewrite history.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people were like upset about. Oh, it's a reboot. You're supposed to pretty much forget everything that you know about the original
Yeah.
and like kind of go in there. And that's what made people angry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you
Well,
know, I'm
to
not saying
me, like-
reboots are all bad, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think this was the wrong way to go about with
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I agree. To me, like the only problem with that movie was that it's not even that like I don't know, like I didn't even watch it, to be honest, and it's not even that I thought I wasn't gonna like it. It's literally just the fact of the matter is I like the original movie and I don't see the point in a reboot. Like it doesn't make sense to me because the original movies, like the second one was okay, but the original movie was the best. Like that like you're never gonna make anything better than that, you know? Like, there's no way to top that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some like series that like they do a better job. Like the second time around, like Godfather is a pretty big example of
there's
that.
a few, but it's just been too long for Ghostbusters to do a good job with that.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but again, I think people would have been more understanding if it wasn't a reboot, if it was just a straight up sequel.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Are you there? You there?
Ah,
Oh god
shit.
damn it!
Oh. Don't get smashed!
Try, please, please.
Go, go.
Oh god. Oh god.
Go,
Okay.
go, go.
Oh fuck. Okay, I made it. And I think that's a good place to end this episode.
Alright.